Well, I was under the impression Year End versus Yeesh is a very close matchup. I had Year End as a slight favorite, but they end up tied at the end of the season. Pires has a pretty brutal record against Scallions. I believe it's like 20-3, if you're counting games, and he's never lost a set to Scallions with that sort of record.
Yeah, they've played both last season and this season together. And last season, he didn't allow Scallions to get a single point. So that was 10-0, and in this one, it was, I believe, 7-3?
Like 10-3.
Maybe more than that, like 10-3, yeah.
It's not been nice. That being said, Scallions has played very well to get here, and hopefully has some spice to throw Pires off and get some wins here. Preferably sniping well and then finding some ways to get out from under Pires's watching eye. You want to go through picks and bans?
Sure. So we'll start it off with Scallions ban picking and spying first. So Scallion starts with ban double modern ending 3 at 5. Pires bans pub ending 4 at 7, 16 guests. Scallion bans double modern known 2. Pires bans balcony ending 2 at 3. Scallions then picks courtyard 2 ending 4 at 7. Pires picks New York ballroom ending 4 at 7 for the doubled maps. So those will be played twice. Scallion goes on to ban gallery ending 4 of 8. Pires bans courtyard 1 prime ending 4 of 7. Scallion bans New York veranda ending 5 of 8. Pires bans panop ending 5 of 8, and going back into picks. Scallions picks gallery ending 4 of 7. Pires picks veranda 5 of 8. Scallions picks panop 5 of 7, and Pires picks high rise ending 4 of 8.
So the biggest maps they could find.
Oh yeah.
And we're playing some 5 of 7 versions, which is interesting, but they just want as many people on the map as they can get between them, it seems. And we're starting off on El Clasico, courtyard 2.
El Clasico.
Here's on the spy side. If you're ready, yes. No? Fantastic. Get started in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And it appears as purple. Starting off with a sip. Gives Pires both arms to do something with.
Red.
Okay.
BB,
Scallions is going to get
3 low lights here.
That bug, gross. There's not dead, which I feel like means he didn't get seen for it.
He could be suspected.
He can just flirt this out and go to statues, given the knowledge that we have. Or even stronger, apparently just full fingerprint drinks.
17% flirt.
That was an impressive drink fingerprint, because he's on the other side of the statue from the ambassador.
And a minimum of 2 more flirts, assuming they're both green.
Whoa.
That was an interesting highlight.
Meanwhile, Scallions is staring down orange dress, which is not to be unexpected. Okay, Scallions knows something. Scallions.
It's probably for insta-talking as soon as he got into conversation.
I think it's for bug, and then Scallions just not 100% sure and holding off the shot.
And highlighting orange dress because orange dress.
Yeah, I think if Scallions gets a lot of value out of him, because if Pires thinks that he's getting shot for insta-talks, that's not something that I associate with Scallions. And Pires hopefully doesn't overreact and then become too cautious in his flirting in future games. Mm-hmm. Either that, we'll see the highlight and just have no clue what happened.
It was a very interesting time to get highlight. He was standing across from another character and he had just finished talking.
I think if you watch the game carefully, it can't be for anything that Pires has done recently, because there's no animations that he's doing. There's no suspicion that he's doing. He's suspicious there to be for the bug. But if you don't have the full picture of the game, hopefully Pires didn't watch the replay and go, I got highlight for going into conversation. Okay. Let's get started on the Scallion side. 50-50 orange dress or not orange dress?
Probably orange dress.
We'll find out when he comes across the other side of the statue in 3, 2, 1, go. It's orange dress.
Orange dress.
Pires not taking the insta shot on the man with the green
He should
armor above his
probably
head.
just take the insta highlight, but he doesn't even take that. Our best friend Green Plaid is stuck there in front of White Danger.
Scallions.
But being a day, very not suspicious because can't be the spy.
Yeah, Pires. I'm not sure. Is that something that you highlight or low light?
In the end of red.
You can do both, I believe. And I think Scallion should get highlight here. I mean, he doesn't know there's a SDA in his conversation, but it is orange dress and she was talking during BB. Just saying.
There's a bug that wants it.
That was
He
a bug.
wants it. Yeah, that was a bug.
That was very much a bug. The hand was visible, and so was the lane. And if Pires was suspicious of it at all, he would have seen it.
Well, yeah. Also, the head from going from Blondo forward to Blondo, like everything about that was not for an in-combo bug. I feel like in-combos are able to get away with even when they are blatant, but everything about that was not beautiful, and bugs should be beautiful or sick.
If people are unfamiliar with Scallions, he's known for his meta with orange dress here. Often she'll be chosen as spy, if not or as a ST, so that it's guaranteed that she could be a suspect, and he plays into that meta a good amount.
We're getting started though back on Pires' side, who I believe the seduction target. He's not wearing orange. Is important thing. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. I was gonna say it. I felt like Orange Sorry was the ambassador, but then I realized the arrow was a bit low. It's good to wheels.
That's a bit low. So highlights here for flirts. We're just pairing people up at bookcase or keeping up. I'm not really sure here, but
it's a good.
I mean, for pairing, then
two people at that bookcase at the beginning of the game, I would say is a good highlight if you catch it. And that bookcase doesn't typically hold two people, and to see it right at the beginning of the game is to get a paired flirt.
In the end of red.
So we have a drink offered to us right now.
Yeah, Pires is taking forever to actually pick up this drink. Waiter actually gave up.
He did purloin it.
He did BB and flirt
it
while waiting for Toby. And Scallions didn't have a great angle on it, but
I'm not sure Scallions is even looking at it, or he's even noticed the list yet. Pires just needs the flirt here, and or maybe a real BB, but right now with the cast cut down to like only 6 people.
Yeah, Pires in a rough spot. His seduction target, who's the only other highlight, going and doing nothing in particular, is not helpful, and otherwise...
He does have 2 whole minutes, so he shouldn't have to rush or feel like he needs to rush.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing going for Pires right now is Scallions does not put the angle on him. It doesn't feel like Scallions is particularly watching him.
That was a very blatant bug if it was seen.
Behind the backs are good.
Yeah, but that arm sucks straight out, and he is highlight.
Scallion's laser does not move much. From Pires' side, I don't feel like he's gotten much of an understanding if
this is another instant talk.
In the end of red.
Yeah.
Okay. Shot.
Yeah, I think Scallions knows more than he lets on as a sniper. and he's playing well. I mean, these are good shots that he's taking,
Mhm.
even though that was another BB by virtue of the double agent leaving. Scallions taking a lead, but you don't get to call it a real lead until you get a spy win. Well, this is 4-7, by the way. I completely missed that.
Yes, this is 4 of 7.
Yeah, so no swap for Scallions. And we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm wondering what the logic is behind taking the 4-7 instead of the or another 5-7s that we have coming up too.
Not really sure. And if we haven't mentioned it before, Pierce has the advantage here. So at any point, if Pierce hits 8 games, he will win. Scallions will require 9. I will start off with the 33% flirt.
Yep,
It's definitely better than the
doing
31.
the conventional opening. Orthodox.
Orthodox.
Did we ever come up with a finalization on what we're deciding going and flirting at the beginning of the game is called? I think Orthodox.
I believe Tobo called it
was
Orthodox. That was an interesting path there, I'm not sure.
And then
Kind of
if
just
you do
did
it
a double back loop around. Back to the same spot with her seduction target.
Meanwhile, reminiscent of the year-end game, Pires is just getting a lot of low legs for not much. I think he is doing serious profiling on characters because otherwise it's a really strong understanding of pathing. Meanwhile, getting highlight for red fingerprints, which is awful.
Back in the same conversation with her ST again.
He's got cover on the list.
But that fade is still quick. Tobo almost got shot there, though.
Tobo.
Toby almost got shot there.
Nobody dare shoots the Tobo.
Don't shoot Tobo, that's not a
Unlike
good idea.
unlike you, however, Pires does not hit the hand on the shot.
Yeah.
And that was very close to hitting his hand, by the way. And we're 2-2. Scallions, I think, probably likely happy in this spot to be holding serve, but he's going to need to find a win somewhere. And Gallery 4-7's unlikely to be the place. This map is pretty tough to get 4 missions on with, and you have to cut one.
Yes. And they're cutting inspects.
Which
Pierce is cutting inspects.
I think it's a fine decision. I think inspects might actually just be the best cut.
Yeah, I believe like on this map as well as High Rise, where you have to visit statues twice to finish your inspects, it's sometimes a better idea to cut it completely because it can be seen as a hard tell. Just be the first person to complete 3 statues.
The problem with this map being if you do cut inspects, then you lose a lot of highlights for your opponent, who no longer have to memorize who's been to 2 statues. But that's true for basically every mission that we're talking about. We'll get started.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let's get started. We'll talk on while we play. It's gonna be 3, 2, 1, go.
So I'm pretty sure Pierce is one of those snipers that doesn't really highlight for statues, so it wouldn't affect him too much. But I'm not sure if Scallion does.
Meanwhile,
so
a really hard low lighting.
The windows with a nice 24% flirt. A number I don't see too often.
I can't remember the last time I seen a 24% flirt, if ever. Is this a thing? You said this was a thing, right? I don't feel like this stop is a thing. I feel there's either space in there or AI wouldn't bother to go in there, but he does a weird stop and Scallions isn't going to reward him for it. Even if you saw
I'm
it.
not sure I saw that one, but I'll go back and look at it.
Like
So
255.
Pires hanging out at statues or at bookcase right now.
Okay, we're doing the old razzle dazzle microfilm.
Razzle dazzle.
How long do you feel like Pires is going to hold on to this book? Because I feel it's going to be. I feel it's going to be a while. Unless he gets shot for red test banana breads.
Banana bread.
He's still kind of well hidden.
Yeah, he had good cover, but he never won a red test. He knows it's not front conversation. Good on Scallions to be bold in those low lights, because otherwise it wouldn't have been a brilliant reaction to the banana bread. Okay, Pires running low on time. I mean, putting the book back doesn't take too much time, but he's gonna either need to green the flirt or come up with some magic.
He'll have to finish some kind of hard tell.
Yep, 3 a bookcase. Good on you, Scallions.
Good on you, Scallions.
Why is he microfilming? No. Okay, no, he's been reading again. I saw the head turn and I'm like, no.
He's just reading. It's all good. Pierce needs a green flirt or 2 hard tells.
Take this book if he wants it. He wants it. It sticks. And this game
Wasn't
just
seen.
opened up a lot. He needs to get this flirt in. He's gonna do the flirt
He needs a green.
before taking the book.
It's a green. Woo!
Wow.
So now 6 seconds for Scallions to shoot, and it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, so I think from Scallion's perspective, you see him go to blue bookcase, and then goes to red bookcase shortly after, and you can camp it for microfilm, assuming that microfilm is the map that the mission is already is being done. That being said, Pires has already completed microfilm. He's already taken his visit to the red bookcase, and isn't going to get shot for the flirt, or doesn't get shot for the flirt, notably. I also got a fingerprint there somewhere.
I want to see that path you said happened.
It was like 256 or so. Yeah, no, actually, it's just straight up three minutes.
It does happen if the conversation looks full, and it fills up right as whoever is going there is still moving. If it fills up there, he will stop. If they're coming from inside, they will stop if the conversation fills up right before they get there.
Yeah, but the conversation was already full. Like, it didn't. He was just copying. We know it's considered full because Snaps went and did the stop just before he did. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Scallions isn't the sort of person who's going to reward you for this sort of very technical play with low light. Scallions isn't much for a low light.
Mm-hmm.
Low lighter.
Low light tear.
Good mission win. Pires takes the advantage, and now Scallions has to find at least one spy win, if not multiple, to bring it back. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Orange dress. Nobody of importance. Scallions pilot. Presumably for being inside of someone.
Stacked up, but not good for a flirt because it's not your ST.
Yeah, no value. Eat a highlight. It is more
No value highlight. It's unfortunate. We're gonna get a flirt here at bookcases. It could have been a lot closer if he just scooted over to the right a little bit. He would also gotten a little bit more cover from Toby if he wanted to microfilm.
Oh, okay. Okay, Piers. No.
So Scallions put the book incorrectly there.
No. God. Pires having too much fun. Pires having fun is worst case scenario for Scallions. We want to have Pires having no fun. And right now, Pires is playing with the safety off.
You know, that's how you do it, right? That's how you do it for fun.
Okay.
Now, if Scallions talks during any... Oh
Okay.
no!
Fake
Banana
BB.
bread.
Fake BB is not a mission. He's gonna take his
ABB's not a
lowlights.
mission, so just low light a whole bunch of people.
Threaten Scallions with his life. Okay. Oh, Piers is tilted. Or at least tilting.
Yeah. Okay, if Scallions doesn't put it back here, do you think he'll get shot?
Absolutely. 100%. Not a thing. That's not a thing.
Hey, got an animation! Oh no!
Oh.
That's death.
I like how my knowledge of book animations has improved just by having to cast this garbage. Sorry, Scallions. You're not allowed to go to bookcases ever again, at least in old art.
Oh, you can, as long as you practice your putting away
No,
and don't
not
put
in this
animations.
set. You're not gonna learn.
Yes, please don't do it in this set. I mean, you've been shot for it once. Maybe do it again, get shot for it again, and maybe learn. But I mean, yeah, it's probably best to avoid it right now.
And we're going to 507 Veranda. I hope when we get to Scallion's side that he just takes off microfilm and just doesn't go there. But we're not doing that. We're doing Piers' spy side, and he's taking off inspect again, which is fine.
We've been cutting a lot of missions in these sets. Neither of them have seemed to like having all of those missions available. Have it more sniper friendly. I'm not sure if that was a good idea on Scallion's part because how strong of a sniper Pierce is.
If you're gonna, I mean, the way to beat Pires in this sort of situation is convince him to lowlight you. Not that Pires doesn't watch his lowlights, but that's how you're gonna win on 507 because you're not gonna win by just doing missions. If you do missions in his face, he's gonna shoot you because he's.
Pierce definitely watches missions though. Or watches lowlights. I've never seen him ignore lowlights.
Oh no, he doesn't ignore lowlights, and if you get a white purloin as a lowlight, you're still probably gonna get shot. But let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
So Pierce here has our best friend Oprah Red Dress, our SD being Smallman.
I like Pierce's choice to do the watch check before the flirt. It makes it look a lot less suspicious.
Mm-hmm. And that was an accidental low light.
Yeah, so he accidentally low-lit Pearls and the spy, but only relit Pearls. I'm wondering if Scallions has the ability to pull this back.
Maybe later on. I'm not sure he'll see it right now. Her hair is kind of dark and in the shadows.
Oh, that was impressive. That bug has no chance of being seen. That was brutal.
Yeah, it's hard being a low light in the back and not being able to see any of the things happening back there.
Yeah, no, Pires, I recall from a different set, he played Little Man and just spent the whole time on that red carpet on the left side because it's so hard to see things back there, and Little Man has the additional advantage of being little. In this case, Pires has 2 missions. It's made good progress in Flirt. It's precisely where you want to be, getting to the halfway point of a Veranda game. And now he's hanging out with the double agent, which is totally unsuspicious.
Yeah, we have 2 and a third missions done. He'll need another 2 and 2/3 missions done. Oh, he has another third here, so he'll need 2 and a third missions done. 2 of which have to be somewhat of a hardtail, unless he's willing to do fingerprints with not too much time left.
He can get fingerprints started if he wants to go to this statue that the ambassador's hanging out at. He's going to do something in the meantime, though.
Maybe pick up a briefcase or something would be a good idea, but I mean, yeah, I think this is a good start. Start hanging out, bopping around a little.
Pires is mucking about with his pathing. Like, I don't think this is incorrect pathing, but it's not going to get him rewarded.
It's not the cleanest pathing, but I don't think Scallions looks for it either. So I don't think it's a problem.
I'm wondering why he's doing it in the first place. It's just a weird meta choice, and Pires usually has a very strong understanding of...
93% flirt. Let's go do something else here, Pires. Don't stand around.
Go grab that fingerprint. The statue.
We've got a minute left. It's probably a good idea to go.
Either that or time ad. I mean,
or time ad.
Time ad's not what you want to do here.
Let's get one set. I don't know. Or wait it out and then add time.
I mean, oh, this is the fingerprint drink.
Did he just get this drink?
Yeah, he just grabbed the fingerprint drink.
Okay, there's a fingerprint there.
Instead of going immediately to flirt, he goes to Windows. Here's... I'm not sure what you're intending here. Goes for
there
this
are 24 seconds on the clock. 24 seconds on the clock.
No, this is going to be a combo. That's a red fingerprint, though. That's not what you want.
Still 24 seconds on the clock.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6.
At time.
4, 48, 47.
Oh no, it's green. So it's going to be holding on this 0-0 for the longest time.
Okay. So he's got one fingerprint. There is actually a fingerprint available if he wants to go to that third statue and remembers it. Even someone as awesome at SpyParty as Pires is doesn't necessarily know where all the fingerprints are.
If and when Pires finishes missions, there will be overtime for the full duration of 10 seconds.
Okay, yeah, he's going for the simple push the ambassador off the briefcase.
That's 10 seconds right there. And being the only highlight here, Taft gets shot. Pires is behind him, doesn't get seen.
And now we get to have my favorite conversation in SpyParty. When your last mission is fingerprint, when do you fingerprint? Because as soon as he fingerprinted, and he did it very early after he picked up the briefcase, then the overtime went off. Is that more suspicious than if you hold on to the briefcase and do the fingerprint right before you hand it off to the ambassador?
In that case, it may have been better to do it later, but he wasn't seen in that position, I think, so that would have been smarter. But if you were wide open, if you picked it up, brought it over a whole bunch of time later, and then did the fingerprint, then that's probably better for you. But here, I think it was a pretty good decision to do so.
Yeah, looking at the time, it looks like he had seconds based on what's in the logs. So he could have done it at any point, and I think it's purely academic. You don't run into the situation very often. But good on Pires to get another spy win. He's really been streaking after those first 4 trade back and forth. I think that's 4 games in a row for Pires.
Yeah.
And we're moving on to...
Or 3.
Or 3. I can't count. We get to watch Pires find the Scallions on Veranda. Still, and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, no, it has to be 3, right? Because
it has to be 3.
It has to be an odd number.
So we have Scallions at Windows adding time to start off the match. Nice green time ad. I'm not sure if it was noticed at all. Scallions doing things of old where he goes into a conversation and sips instantly.
Oh, snap. So critical. you can absolutely do that. I mean,
you could, but,
I do, but
if it's noticed, you'll get shot for it, because, I mean, you're going to break
it's Veranda. You can drink as much as you want, Scallions.
But it depends who you're looking at, or who you're playing against. If you're playing against someone like Bacon or Bloom, they'll be looking at your loner conversations to see if you're doing your animations correctly, and seeing if you came into a conversation and instantly sipped, probably not the best thing for you.
What's the
Banana
game
bread.
plan? Fake BB is a game plan.
Fake
Pires
VP.
yeah, he had 2 highlights and he lost both of them.
And a low light. What?
Scallions. Oh, he's assuming real?
Okay.
Um,
Relights everyone else but the spy. Okay. I'm not sure
okay, Pires.
that's a good idea or not. Probably
this
just
is-
hidden at this point.
Yeah, this is where you want to be as a spy. You've got ample time because you time added, you're low lit, you got a nice big 51% flirt. Time flirts aren't awful, except for, the seduction target bills as I say that. Sorry, jinxed it.
Oh no. You do have
Um,
51%.
the problem is, if Scallions is going to let this game go long, and I feel like it will, Pires is going to end up low-lighting the whole party, and then come to a realization that he's probably low-lit the spy.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And he's finished off his flirt now. That was 2 greens.
Inspect is off too. Like, there's not much that's gonna get not spies, AIs pilot. Scallions, while in a very good spot, this is not a trivial ending. He has 4 missions to do.
It's not much time. 2 minutes is not that much time for 4 missions. Any other map, like a ballroom, you'll have 4 missions and you'll have 3.5 minutes to do so. So 2 minutes is pretty tough. And you have no time for inspect, so he'll have to have another hard tell. He has 1 fingerprint now, so I mean 1.5 missions with 2 minutes left.
It is veranda. It's not
It
like
is veranda.
inspect was never an option.
I guess, but it's also a really large map with a lot of distance.
Yeah,
So
but you can do microfilm quickly. Swap takes moments. The list is pending. That list is pending. No. I think Seek's actually on the list of people who could have purloined here.
I think anyone on the left hand side could have been so.
Nah, Scallion, yeah, Piers knows some alibis and is taking some otherwise incorrect highlights.
Cut
That
Scallions, Pop ran up front.
was a sick briefcase by Pop Danger. Piers doing the right thing, getting a little light. He's time adding again,
and a highlight.
Oof, that's not where you want to be.
So how do we finish this game, Ponib? How do we finish this game?
BB into the stupid rush microfilm, the cheesiest of microfilms.
Do you think that's a good idea if
No.
Pierce has been watching for animations though?
No, you're gonna get shot for breaking the animation from leaving this window.
Maybe some kind of crash bug, BB crash bug. But at this point, Pierce might be assuming that BB has gone off.
Yeah, it's clearly time for BB here. Well, no, this isn't the real BB, is it?
I think Pierce is ready to low light Seek here.
Bread.
That was a real banana bread, but the DA yet again.
It was real.
What is this neutral light? Oh, because it wasn't real. Huh.
Yes.
Yep, Hera's not infallible. Doesn't know that was an attempted real.
I mean, that's fine. You can low light or neutral light for that because he's not finishing missions with that.
Yep. Pires is, I think, off his game, which is not to be unexpected when you've seen 2 time ads. I think he's highlight people who were in outside of conversation for DA. Is why I say that. He's gotten it down.
I like that low light.
He's gotten it down to a few people though.
It's 2 people. So if any more time is added, I'm sure he'll get shot.
Yeah. And this is not the option. Of all the options of ProNoob, how do you want to end this game? Green time ad isn't on my list.
There's literally 2 people that he thinks are suspicious.
Yep, Pierre is holding the shot because he knows that time ad's not a mission. He's run out of lights. He has Little Man, who he probably hasn't even noticed.
He's just gonna wait until mission's complete, but he doesn't even need to shoot there.
Yeah. 21
And
lowlights.
if you were watching this game live, you would have seen this shot freeze for about 30 seconds with screaming in the background. It was
I
really
remember
entertaining.
that. Are we on match point? No.
Not yet.
It's not yet. We say
Not yet.
cruel. Let's see. So that's see what
That's
Senior has.
6-2. So
6-2,
Pierce will
thank you.
require 2 more wins to get this whole set.
And then we got Panop, and then we're going back to the old maps that we started off with.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, because we're...
Yes.
No, we're not even there
so
yet.
Finished...
We're only halfway
yes,
through.
When we finish Pan Up, we'll have our doubles again. No,
we have another map
no,
after
we have
that,
High Rise
too.
left.
We have High Rise, cool. Who picked High Rise? Was it 3 or 5, or...?
Pierce, 4 of 8.
Huh.
12 minutes, 3 minutes. 12 guess, 3 minutes.
12 minutes.
Oh yeah, I love that map.
12 minutes, 3 guests. I'd play it. Let's get started in 3. Yeah, sorry. Get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Pierce as brown dress, not orange. Orange is Amba. How unfortunate. Can't even play into the meta here.
I feel like Pires may have done that on purpose.
I'm sure he chose it too.
Pires not believing in inspecting today. I think it's not an awful idea because it means you get away with things like fingerprint, but it's a bit weirder of a choice when you can just go to mid statues on this map. And it looks like Scallions is still highlighting their statues anyways. There we go.
If you ever bug off, that's one hard tell that you're completing. Yet again, with these of 7 variants, you lose the ability to kind of do 2 soft tells if you keep on taking off inspects. It does require or allow highlights to be not done, especially if you're just hoping that they don't swap, but you're not getting those inspect highlights. 2 missions done, 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm a bit sad that Scallions hasn't taken more risks. I didn't really expect him necessarily to do so, because he's not someone I would say is a risky sort of player. But I feel like if you're gonna get some wins against Pires, you had to do something. Hitting 3 green time ads last game was going fairly well, all things considered. And I feel like maybe like assuming real BBs, for example, would be something that you can do just to get through a game, because I don't feel Scallions is in a brilliant spot without some sort of higher risk, high reward play.
I remember also for that veranda game that Pierce mentioned that he didn't actually see the first 2 time ads. He just realized that he missed her that whole game and had no idea what she was doing, so she got highlight.
That's the most complimentary thing you can say about a Spy, right? It's like, I had to highlight you because you were so invisible that I'm concerned.
So that was a green flirt, 84%. Any flirt from anywhere is perfect for that flirt, and he has a good chance of finishing missions with a minute and a half left.
Yeah. Pires taking the behind the pole purloin in to run away to something that isn't having a drink in your hand. It's a fingerprint too. Pires playing really well finding these fingerprints. There's checking his camera.
You just put this book back. There's not much you can do with this unless he wants some microfilm.
Not sure if he does. Meanwhile, Scallions wants to... Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
I know a suspicious laser when I see one.
This is match point. 7-2.
Okay. Yeah, Scallions, by the way, didn't shoot the person who actually took the list. But there was a bit of a recheck chain before that list was taken.
Yeah, it's hard to say when the reject chain is long enough which one of the ones is where it started. Or the purloin started.
Scallions on James Bondo.
James Bondo.
Is it Jim Bondo? What is...
I think it's Jim Bondo. Or just Bondo. Bondo's good.
Bondo.
Bondo.
Let's get started with Bondo on Pan Up Spy, Scallions. 3, 2, 1, go. Scallions doing the patented go to a random conversation, break animation time ad. And this time he's gonna get highlight again. In a moment. There we go.
Good start. Good highlight. It's gonna be really hard for Scallions. Even winning this one, he'll have to win 6 more.
On high rise, which is brutally sniper favored. On courtyard 2, which I wouldn't want to have to play pairs on either side, and then whatever map Scallions. No, Pires chose like ballroom or something.
Banana bread.
Pierce needs to win 1 more. Scallions needs to win the rest. Which, I mean, it's tough.
It's also tough when you're the only highlight in the game.
Oh
Not
yes.
nice.
But that's a very strong time ad highlight too. Just kind of staring right at him.
Yeah, good on Pires to adjust his game after getting bamboozled a bit by the green time ads the last game. Taking his time to go watch for time ads on this game. It's a good adjustment.
I think at this point I'd just be staring Scallions down. Oh, that's a low light. Staring Scallions down for animations now.
Yeah, the book here is going to be brutal. Or if you just microfilm, that would also...
He's watching for that. Yeah, that was a broken animation. And that is the set.
It's not to be unexpected. Scallions started off well, but Pires has his number. And Scallions, unfortunately, does get another opportunity. He'll play whoever drops out of the Platinum game, which I believe has been played. But
is Cameraman.
Cameraman Sharper, which I do hope we cast, because that game was interesting.
I'm not sure it will be. We have our game set for tomorrow, so the...
Not for tomorrow. Do you know what the games are for tomorrow? Do you have those readily available?
We have Hazards between Magician and Cletus.
Which I recall also was quality?
Quality, very quality. And one other championship match, or not championship, but the runner-up match in Challenger between Quicklime and For Liberties.
I'm also excited for that. We got some good things lined up. But for today, I think we are good to go. Really fun spy party. I feel people playing up to their potential. Not as a hit against Scallions, but like people have not got the rust that we saw at the beginning. People playing very aggressively, making plays, which is nice to see when we're coming into what will be, for some of these players, the last game. We got a couple more opportunities to watch some Scallions and some year-end before the season's truly done.
I'm very excited to see those matches too, because they're both very strong players, and taking on people from a division above will be a good test to see if they belong there as well.
Yeah, Checker versus year-end. Hopefully we can get some Checker commentary on that, because it's always fun to watch Checker play.
I'm very excited.
With that, this is Po Noob.
This is Steph.
Any other shout-outs you want to do, Steph, before we
I'm
drop
good.
it out? Cool, let's go. You have
Thank
a
you,
lovely rest of your
Signor.
day. Yeah, thank you, Signor. You've been amazing all season. And yet again, thank you for stepping up and helping us with this EU cast. We'll see you guys here tomorrow
Yes.
at 6 p.m. PST.
Yes.
And you guys have a lovely rest of the day. Take care.
See ya.